Hello everybody, Average Gamer here, and today we have another episode of Supreme Ruler, episode 13. So, in the last episode, we conquered and destroyed and wiped out the Japanese. We ended our war with them, so we're pretty much as is right now. We're not too worried about much right now. And we got Mongolia in the north, that's independent, but mostly we have the French to our south, the British to the southwest. Burma, or Siam, sorry, is independent at the moment, but really not much we can do. And there's a lot of colonies, as you can see, around us. That's Guam. Okay. So right now we can't. I mean, if we wanted to go to war with a major power, we can go against the Russians, the British, the French, or even Mongolia, to be honest with you, to kind of strengthen ourselves a little bit. But to be 100% honest with you, right now my major thing is this: our internal infrastructure. So you can see how England has this like weird blue look to it. Well, Burma is completely yellow. Sorry, Burma is completely light blue. Siam, okay, Thailand, is this nice little yellow. Russia has this red tinge to it. Even Mongolia is nice and purple. With a slight green tinge. If I click it on and off, you can kind of see it a little bit. That is our supply. We have horrible supply right now. And if I bring up our stuff right now, our military goods, aka our supplies, horribly low. So what we want to do over the next little bit, I'm not too worried with any major wars right now. The only war I'm worried about, basically, is a war with, say, Germany and Russia. And Russia losing that war, because then that would put Germany possibly on our border. That would be a little unnerving, to say the least. So right now we are a neutral country. That's why our... Let me try and get rid of this little... For fuck's sakes. Yes, partisan unit, blah blah blah. It should show our capital as... Okay, well, it's not going to do it. But, what is this? I can't open that. Okay. Right now we are classified as a neutral country. We're white. Well, you see, like, a lot of these countries are white. Red is obviously right here, which is the bad guys. They got lots of power right now. Blue, which is, you know, England, Canada, France, Poland, and that's it. Are currently part of the good guys, the Allies. Depending on what you can see, actually, I think we might. Yeah, we're white still. So with that in mind, we're not really going to get into the whole sphere of influence thing until a little later. What we're going to do is we're going to build internally. We're going to create our own little powerhouse internally. So what we want to do is we want to work on all our supplies here. We want to get it all up and going. So let's see if we can build any oil derricks here. We can. We can build a couple here. But we can't because we don't have the supply. Oh, look at that. What does... Yeah, see, it does use petroleum. We're probably going to have to trade a lot for a lot of things early on while we try to play the economy game. 3, 4... Something with 2. 12? No, we're going to go with 22 of these. And they'll tell us, like this one here, I could do 7,000 barrels of oil. We just added 2 more, so this will be possibly up to 14,000 barrels of oil. So what we'll do, I'm going to click that, and we're going to remember this location right here. When these are done building in 80 days, we're going to look back and see. So initially it was 7,000 barrels of oil. If it goes to 14, we're laughing. That means in just one spot alone, we've doubled our production. If we could even double it to 6,000, that massively drops the amount of oil that we're going to need long term. Coal, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to build a lot of fucking coal mines here. Full warning, these episodes are probably going to be boring. What we want to do, see how we can't build in certain areas? It's because we don't have the supply to even build in certain areas of our own country. $47, $51 should be good momentarily, or we're going to build. Let's build 23. And we'll wait and see how good that is. Uranium. Here is the thing with uranium. It'll be good short term, or long term, sorry, to have these things up and running. Because if we have our own uranium, then we can sell it to the major powers, or even build our own nuclear weapons later on down the road, or even nuclear power plants, to be honest with you. Right now we have 136,000 available. Later on, when we have the ability to use nuclear power plants, we'll be laughing quite well. We're in the middle of building 4 hydro plants. You can see what we're doing right here. So what we're going to do, we're going to zoom in and just take a quick look. So theoretically the capacity is going to be 9. I have no idea. 15. 25 should be good. Consumer, we're going to be done building. Military goods, we want to build. Right now we're building 1. We want to build at least another 19-ish? Or I don't know, 18. Right, so we're sitting at 19. So what this is going to do is hopefully, in the long term, help us solidify ourselves economically. We're also going to build some military facilities and roads. So you see like how some of our roads here just kind of go and dead end. We're actually going to complete these roads. Because we want the entire country to be connected. Here in Canada, we actually do the grid system far away, like in the middle of nowhere. It's a lot better. Okay, so we have the rail system in place. There are some road systems in place. Like you see large areas like this. So if our military was going this way, they move up around that way or that way. If we were to just connect, yeah, bridges are expensive, but it helps stimulate our economy a little bit. Let's build 2 roads. One there. One there. What we want to do is we actually want to connect as much as we can to the infrastructure. That way, our supplies run just that little bit better. Later on down the road, this will become something a little bit more important. Get rid of all that for the moment. Now what I'm also going to do too, starting down here, we're going to build military supply depots. These supply depots should, well, theoretically will, set up ourselves as a defensive position. So what we're going to do, we're going to build it with an airbase, a barracks, and a couple supply depots. So this is our major, going to be our major manufacturing area. So we're going to build at least one here. Military barracks, build military supply depot, and 4. That'll take a little while to build, and then what we're going to do, usually it fills that zone up. So then we're going to build another zone. We want one in each zone, like the major areas of each zone. So in this zone here, obviously the major spot is going to be here. So I like looking at this view of the zone. Actually, we're going to unpause as well. Actually, before we do that, we want to also tweak a few things. So, we want to make sure that all this is set up right. Increase revenue is good. Increase treasury is good. I want you to control inflation. Good. Industry, I want you... import and export opportunities. Maximize profitable opportunities. We want that to be good. We want these 3 good to go. The science guy, I actually want to lock you out of all those. Then I want to increase all the money there. But I want you to improve our efficiency, improve our tech level. And that's it. Military guy, we want modernize our weapons, want to improve our efficiency, increase our readiness. Wait, unit readiness is increase readiness of units for combat. Maximize production. No. Military growth. Yeah, this is all for you just auto building. I don't want you to do that. We're going to reduce our maintenance and training a little bit because we're not at war right now. We're going to leave them in control of the garrisons, but we're going to cut that for the moment. Perfect. And that's the same guy. Well, you, on the other hand, influence, perfect. Trade relations. I want you to give me intelligence. I want you to acquire me technologies. Because what we're going to do too is we're going to start buying technology from other countries and make ourselves a hefty little profit here. Transport road. So one of the things I like to do is take region by region and just work on it. So what we're going to do, this is obviously the major city here. Because it's, well, it's the only one named unless I zoom out. So, around here is going to be our major military facility. It's going to have an airfield. It's going to have a barracks. Supply depot. Now, one thing I like to do too, other supply depots here. Build, transport. No. Build, transport. Rail. Boom. Boom. Connect rail. And then have the rail going into the major city as well. That's these two theoretically done. Now, the Hanoi region, we don't really have much ourselves in this area. I'm going to build a road though, going along the border like so. We have the facility there. I think Nanning is our primary facility, and we already have a military base, so we're actually doing pretty good. What's the diplomatic offer here? Military goods, we'll take it. Military facility complete, yeah, okay. We don't have to worry about construction because we're doing it all. New alliance formed. Is that Romania and Spain? Yeah, it is, okay. So we're going to use this facility here as our military facility. Build military. We already have an air base, so we're going to go barracks. Build build military supply depot 1, 2, 3, 4, and later on what will happen is we'll get rid of one of these supply depots and throw in a radar dish. Plus 2, with having at least one airbase in each one of these major areas, it helps in the build, transport, rail. Well, it's almost perfectly straight. Boom. It's almost quite one of those situations where we also want to go build, transport, rail. Boom. It's also one of those situations where you can... I lost my train of thought. I so lost my train of thought. Ah, damn it. Let's take a look here. So, Fusan is the primary city for, or is it? Oof. So here is one of the issues. These have troops on them. Thank you. So one issue we have is like situations like this where two major cities are side by side and the one city has multiple regions in it. So how would we do this? What would we do, right? Why are these ships... Like, are these actual ships or are they troop transports? I mean, I have a bridge. Huh. I don't know. Why? Why this would... Why those guys would be there? Kind of befuddled. Oh well. Build. Roads are pretty good in the region. I guess what we can do is kind of build it down here in the south, I guess, where all the other military facilities are. Let's build it down here. Build military airbase. Build military barracks. Build military 2, 3, 4. Supply depot. Build transport rail. Okay. Leave that there for the moment. Build the other one here. Build military. I'm going to run it into that town and that one. That should start getting supplies moving. So that's this region, this region, this region, and this region, and we'll do this one next. The major city in this region is... Go to the next zoom point. Nope. One more. One more. There we go. Looks like Cuming. Oh, it's got a couple. Typical offer industrial goods from Australia. Okay. So it's got this city and this city. This one's already set up though as the primary. Got a little red mark. It's also fucking huge though. This one will cover that. This one will do a dent here. This one will do a dent here. Let's centralize this one. Build military airfield. Build military barracks. Build military supply depot. Okay. Get to there. And this one's also important, so I'll just combine you. Make this one kind of like a primary hub. We went south as well, right? Yeah, we did. Okay. So we've done these four. We've connected these 5 regions. Technically 6. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take a look and see. We've spent a lot of money. So now we're just going to wait. We're going to up our speed a little bit. Oh. Partisan armed. Okay. Oh, right there. Send you there. What's it? You 4 there. We'll be dealing with this for the next little bit, so... It's gonna suck, but there's really not much we can do. Except fight these little partisan groups that pop up now every now and then. Good. Student ministers requested that I make our domestic approval rating more of a priority. Yeah, whatever. Industrial goods. So yeah, so the whole point right now is to give ourselves some self-reliance, we'll say. Give ourselves some I can already start seeing more of a green tinge down here. You know, get ourselves more of independence, so to speak. We want ourselves so green it's nice and dark like this. So we got lots of building to do, lots of scienciness to do. Speaking of science, let's switch over to this mode here. We're gonna pause it real quick. Diplomatic offer. What technologies? Well, yeah, subconstruction and particles. I'll do it. So it's subsystems and particles. What do you have? Particles and subconstruction. Nope. What do you have? Sub and particles. Come on. Subs and particles. Subs and particles. Fuck. Is that everybody? Why everybody? Subs and particles. Huh. What are we researching? Subs-based particles anyways. Let's see if we get them. I have paused. Okay. That reminds me. Auto building. We are building way more. There we go. I knew it. Those are for missiles. We'll go for quantity. Just because there's a lot of auto buildings here. Disagree. I'll take both of those. Fission experiments. There we go. Aircraft. Cute. Timber's good. Petroleum is still... Oh, that's what I wanted to look at. Where is it? Where were you? Ah. 74 days. Oh. Two-man exchange successful. Okay. There's no aircraft stuff that we can research. And ships. We're building tons of fucking ships. We are... Yeah, it's... Yeah, we have 130 ships. Yeah, we're definitely going to hold off on the building there. But that is this episode. So, as I said, the next couple ones may be a little boring. We might go to war with Mongolia. Maybe. We build up our forces. We don't want to get too ahead of ourselves or anything like that. What I would like to do is get involved down here in Malay, maybe even Singapore, take some of these territories from the British. The other problem is when we go to war here, it's going to open up our entire southern section of our country. Pretty much from here all the way to here. We're going to have to protect all of this. So what we might start doing is modifying our forces a little bit. Because right now, or when we were doing our stuff right earlier, we were putting our priority as these areas over here. What we might start doing is prioritizing these territories down here, just in case we piss off the British a little too much. We are trying to force a French surrender or overthrow down here in Vietnam, but it might take a little while. Actually, while we're at it, what we're going to do is we're going to look real quick at Malay here. We're funding the insurgency down there. In the East Indies, we're going to do the same thing as well. We're going to do the same thing with Singapore. I want you to have independence. We'd like you to have your independence. I would like you to have independence. And you. So there we go. So actually, you want just to keep our protection. Try to get these guys all independent too. God, this is going to get expensive. There we go. Philippines have nothing really that we want. Yeah, so there you go. That is this episode for the moment. Yeah, so we got quite a bit of an up-road hill here. Lots of building to do. Our industry goods obviously are going to be hurting for the next little bit as we do a lot of building. So we're going to do a lot of trade. Actually, let's do a lump sum trade right now. US, UK, Mexico, Netherlands, Germany, Canada, the USSR. Okay. Diplomatic offer. Scroll all the way to the bottom, go military or industry goods. Military goods. Consumer goods. 90.75 million. Done. Germany. We like consumer goods, industry goods, military goods. France. Would like the same thing, but with the added throwing of rubber and petroleum in there as well. UK. Same thing, we want rubber. You can see how much they have, like it's just stupid amounts of rubber. And petroleum. And then, but last but not least, the US. The US has stupid amounts of fuel. Shit. I want stupid amounts of fuel from you. And we'll let those go through, and then when those are done, we will end the episode. Counter offer. Yeah, good enough for me. Oh, I just agreed to the wrong one. Oh well. That's 2. We did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We did 5. There's number 3. Yeah, good, good. We'll keep agreeing. Boom. Okay. So we should have... Yeah, fuck. I think we get it at midnight. The same day. We are running through so much of this shit so fast. But anyways, that's the end of this episode. I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.